Welcome to At a Glance, the series where we go over a game we had recently, go over what went right, what went wrong, what you can learn from it, what you shouldn't do from it, etc., etc. I've done a million of these, y'all know the gist. So the main theme of this whole thing is going to be roaming, you know, the difference between good and bad roams. And I'm going to show you 2 rounds of not particularly great roams. You could argue they're not even roams per se, they only really fit roaming in the sense that they're off-site per se. But they are things that a lot of people that say they're roamers do that really aren't contributing much, especially against teams that are coordinated or even just using their mics in general, which if you want to be good at Siege, you should be using your fucking mic. So here's the first example. Go ahead and just take a look at it. So these two pretty much went for the ultra common gallery window jump out on Chalet because it's basement site. We're going for the wall. You know, this is pretty standard. These are also the only 2 quote unquote roamers that this team has. I don't even mean by operator per se. I mean by the fact that Kaid is still in sight, Mute is still in sight, Goyo is still in sight. Everything that they just did has turned this game for us from a 5v5 into a 5v3. So that's the first big fuck up round I want to show. And now for the second fuck up round, which is going to be a little annoying to show because both of the people I want to show here die at the same time in 2 different places. So there's the first one that I wanted to show. Let me find the other guy. And now let's take a look at the other guy that I want to show. The big thing between all 4 people we just saw is that they're not really holding any space on the map. They're just sort of ambiently existing until it's time to make their one play. With the Warden and Vigil before, it was that they were going to jump out gallery windows, kill the people on breach, etc. You know, the standard. With the Cav that was up here, she was just going to hit garage door here and completely neglected the window right here. Like, that was her one plan. Her one plan was, if they go through that door, she's going to jump on them like Batman. And then the Vigil down here, he was just sort of sitting in wine. And I will give him credit, he stepped out, and that was just unfortunate timing from the Doki coming out. But the big thing here is that they're not holding any space, and they're not wasting any time. They're sort of committing to one thing and hoping that's the play. They're doing, like, gimmick plays, which isn't really a roam per se. That's just sort of a... I don't even know if there's a word for it besides gimmicky. Let me get to actually the round I want to show, which is how to be an effective roamer and the things you should be doing when you roam. So we're on basement site. I'm Jaeger. I already put ADSs downstairs for the team. I'm going to be roaming upstairs. I'm going to make sure that the enemy cannot just take this vertical pressure here for free. So this Buck's going to open the front door. Kaid's going to go down, and I'm going to immediately get the refrag for him. So already, as a roamer, I've pretty much done my job. I'm wasting their time. I'm getting rid of important resources. I'm being a nuisance. That is the bare minimum. What I do after is the important part of roaming. They know that I exist, and they know for a fact that they can't just go upstairs for free because I exist. So their original plan was just to take the entirety of first floor. That's it. They take first floor, there's no threats above them, there's no threats on first floor. That is the point of a roamer. The roamer is basically, instead of 5 people in the basement, and you just take upstairs, it's 4 people in the basement, and hey, there's some guy we need to deal with. So I've added an extra step to their list just by existing. If they want upstairs, they have to deal with me, which means they're going to have to take care of second floor up here. What I'm going to do, since I've gotten value here, is I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on the front door, and I'm going to bail. I'm going to just leave. I'm going to give them that space because they can have this space. That's fine. There's the fact that I have been here and there's nothing. They can't really clear me out yet. So this fuse is going to open big window to try pressure me out. And I'm going to be long gone. And I'm going to go through kitchen side. In the meantime, because of that one kill I got, Fuse is now committing resources over here. So Fuse originally would have just been hitting first floor to hit site, but because I decided to be a nuisance and just exist up on mezzanine, now Fuse is having to waste his time to clear me out and actually secure this area. Meanwhile, I'm already gone. It's that sort of phantom pressure. You have to sort of be a ghost when you're roaming. If they can pin you down, you're going to have to fight for your life. So the harder you are to pin down, the harder of a time the attacking team will have of dealing with you as a roamer. So I'm going to come out here and get rid of that sledge. That sledge dead. So I've now been seen bottom blue stairs, and I've been seen top mezzanine. Fuse has already taken that space back. He doesn't know if I exist in the area anymore. This Doki doesn't know if I exist over here. I don't even know where. A thermite's droning. He's outside. There's no way for him to get the wall. He's relying on the Fuse. Fuse is worried about me. Like, you can tell he is very nervous. He's trying to figure out if the roamer he saw earlier is still here. Doki doesn't know what happened. She's trying to figure out who killed Sledge. In the meantime, I'm just a ghost. I am making myself as hard to pin down as possible while still trying to hold space. I'm holding kitchen at this moment, holding an angle into 45, into dining door. Fuse is still nervous. He's starting to do work, but he's ultra fucking nervous. Doki's ultra nervous because she knows that I vaguely exist. I'm going to make sure no one's following me. And then I'm going to come through dining door and get rid of the smoke. Or get rid of the fuse. I saw the smoke. And I've now gotten rid of Buck from top mezzanine all the way up here. I've now gotten rid of Sledge around where Doki is. I've gotten rid of Fuse downstairs in fireplace. So they cannot pin me down. They don't have the resources to pin me down. Their resources are for hitting site. And they're losing those resources because I'm just impossible to pin down. They can't figure out where I am. They can't figure out how to deal with me. They can't even figure out how to take a fight with me because that involves finding out where I am. And the only person that's really put in that work has been Fuse. And, you know, as you saw, Fuse paid the price for it. So Fuse is dead. I'm going to go back down blue because the Fuse just died around blue. Yeah, the Fuse just died around black stairs. They're going to assume I'm around that black stairs fireplace area. I'm going to come down the stairs and get Doki. So I've gotten 2 on blue side, 2 on fireplace side. They don't know where I am. They don't have the slightest clue. This thermite's going to come down blue stairs. Why was I calling trench stairs blue stairs? It's been a long fucking day. I've played a lot today. So thermite's going to come down the stairs and take blue. That's completely fine. One of my ADSs goes off, so I'm going to start pivoting towards blue. Thermite hit a proxy, so I'm going to start moving towards blue still. I hate that the replay doesn't show it. But on the wall over here, under that statue to the right, there was a red dot on the wall. So I'm going to very carefully look down. I'm going to see the Goyo's detonated, so I'm not going to push too hard. I look at the red dot, and I ping to let the team know, hey, he's in blue by this detonated Goyo. He's got 20 seconds. I'm really mad his red dot's not showing on the wall, because that red dot, like, under the bear statue is what gave him away for me. I'm going to keep holding, because I know that I've got Tuber out here holding for me. Goyo's doing Goyo things. I'm holding top blue. So this thermite cannot get away. The 4 ping comes through. I assume he's standing there. I go to swing it. Tuber out freezes. I come down the stairs just to confirm the kill. And yeah, that is how you do an effective roam. You have to be difficult to pin down, which is why a lot of roamers will bring impacts or shotguns to make their own rotates. You have to waste some kind of resource. You have to waste their time. You have to waste their lives. You have to waste their utility. You have to waste something. Because if you're just sitting in a corner waiting for someone to come through a door, you're not wasting anything. You're just basically an advanced frost map. And that's not roaming. That's just you waiting to get droned out. And you have to actually have an impact. You can't just be, you know, upstairs, second floor when it's basement site. Like, you can't just be in the middle of nowhere not reacting to what's happening. And also I got an ace off it, so I did a few things right. And yeah, peace.